I talk a lot about ways that you can help yourself, ways that you can get out of your mental slump and get yourself back on track and get yourself back to feeling good and feeling like yourself and feeling like, you know, your life is worth something. I meet so many people who say that they are just, you know, down in the ruts and dealing with a severe depression and they don't know how to get out of it. But whenever I talk to them about simple things like, what are you doing to make it better? Or what are you doing to like fix it or to make yourself feel better? And they're just like, nothing. And I think that is where a lot of us struggle so much, because we forget that like at the end of the day, we only are our worst enemies, but we're also our biggest cheerleaders. You have to remember that. Like, you have to be your biggest cheerleader. You have to constantly tell yourself daily that you're worth it, that you're not going to procrastinate, that you're going to do things to turn your life around. If you're struggling or if you've messed up your entire life, it's fine. I've done it a couple of times. Guess what? You can put your life back together, and we're gonna do it together. So just hang in there, okay? And we're gonna have some discussions. But one of the few things that I do that helps me feel good and like stay on track is working out. Move your body. Like, it doesn't have to be what I do. I choose strength training. For any of you guys who are new to my channel, I've been overweight literally my entire life. Got into strength training at 30 years old, and I've been fit ever since. Not that I'm like the most fit person or anything. I'm not trying to, you know, whatever. But I'm healthier and I feel good, and I feel good about my body. As I became an adult and I started having kids, I've always chose to like love the body that I've had and be happy with the body that I've been given. And I've always known that like, hey, if you don't like being overweight and you don't like the way you look, you can fix it. But I also knew that I wasn't willing to take the steps and do the things that I needed to get fit and to get in shape. And I didn't know how, but I wasn't going to put the time and energy into researching. I wasn't going to put the time and energy into dieting. And I didn't feel like I had time to work out. So I waited until I was in a place where I was ready. And that was when I was 30. And I was like, okay, no more excuses. But in the moment of me being overweight and not having the body that I liked, I still chose to love myself, because I really think that the way that you think and the words that you speak, like, you have to constantly speak life to yourself, or you're just going to be an unhappy, miserable person. And we'll get into all of that later, but I'm going to go get in a quick workout. Really just a little 30-minute workout, 5 exercises. Sorry guys, my hair was bothering me really bad. Okay, now that we're all sober and we're doing better and we're trying to better ourselves, I think the first thing that you should do is start putting good food into your body, right? Food that isn't gonna make you crash every single day. Like, if you're putting junk in your body and you're putting stuff in your body that's gonna make you gain weight and break out and whatever, obviously you're not gonna feel good. If you put junk in your body, you're gonna feel like junk. If you put good, clean food in your body, you're gonna feel light and you're gonna feel good. So for tonight, I'm making caldo, which is chicken soup. So in America, I know that the like traditional way that we make it is with like noodles and dumplings and chicken broth and chicken. I like to make it like the Mexican version because it's more healthier. My ex-husband was from Mexico and my comadre taught me. So I'm not gonna like show you guys how to make this meal because this isn't like a cooking episode, show, whatever. Cooking what? What would I call that? Cooking. Oh, it's today's video. But I still want to tell you guys like what's in it, just to show you like the alternatives, right? Like, whatever you're used to eating, whatever you love eating, just find alternatives, just find healthier versions of it. So now I cook my chicken soup with just chicken, water. This is my base, my chicken broth, for any of you young mamas who don't know. And then I add to the broth, like once I get the broth good and strong and how much I like, then I add oregano, sweet basil, rosemary, salt, peppers, and then I do chicken, cabbage, carrots, potatoes. And today I just did the little potatoes, like the potato melodies, but normally I do red potatoes because those have the most health benefits. Hope I didn't forget anything. But to boil some eggs here in a little bit because we love to snack on boiled eggs. And I got some cucumbers that I'm gonna cut up and add some lemon juice and some, I think it's called tahini seasoning. Let me know if I said that right. Prepare for your day for the next day so that you can wake up not in chaos. Anytime I prepare for the next day and lay out my clothes and get my coffee all set up and ready, so in the morning when I wake up I can just hit start and I lay out all my medicine. I only take Claritin D, okay? But I lay out my Claritin D and then I lay out my vitamins because I do take some stuff for my lungs. Just get everything prepared. I have my kids get everything prepared so that our mornings can go smooth and they're not rushed. And I mean, they always feel rushed, but You know, I'm getting better. I'm legit practicing what I preach, and I am actively working on these things too. What does my hair look like? It has the bald spots in it. My hair is crazy. Okay, I don't care. I don't care about my hair. Is the finished soup. Normally we just add a little bit of crushed red pepper and a squeeze of lemon, but my honey doesn't like lemon and this is his bowl. Also, a quick reminder before I forget, if you're a woman, you should also be keeping track of your menstruation cycle, because that plays a part in your emotions, right? We all go through like 4 different stages throughout the month, and sorry man if this is too much information, but this is to help people get out of their depression. And I noticed that some of my kids like get a lot sadder around right before they start. I always tell them, because I keep track of their cycles, and anytime they're like, I don't know what's wrong, I'm just so frustrated today, I just don't look good, I'm just mad at everyone, and I'm like, honey, it's because you're a couple of days away from starting, baby girl. Like, this is part of it. And I always make sure to remind them and them know, because I feel like a lot of adult women don't even know, like, that plays a factor in your emotions and you being less in control of your feelings. Like, if you're feeling extra frustrated and things like that, like, I always keep track of my menstruation on the app Flow. Then it lets me know, like, hey girl, you're gonna be on your period. Like, if you're feeling a little frustrated and like you want to tear your honey's head off, there's a reason, so refrain, okay? So you don't have to do damage control tomorrow. Just want to throw that out there. Another random thing that I promise you will bring you so much joy is be a light to other people. Like, every store that you walk into today, I want you to find something that you like on someone else, whether it's a girl's hair, her makeup is on point, or she has a cute sweater on, or whatever it may be, and tell her. Do things to lift other people up and build other people up, and I promise you things come full circle. That's not just a saying that just came out of nowhere. People didn't pull that out of thin air. It is real. What you put into the universe, you are going to get back. I promise you. Start telling women, well, I don't tell men because I think that's not really appropriate. Start telling women, like, just constantly build them up. And if you're a man, build other men up, you know, tell him he's looking good today or his muscles are getting bigger. I don't know what you men tell each other, but just be a positive light in someone's life. You never know what someone's going through. We all have struggles. Every single one of us have some sort of life trauma. Be that little piece of joy for somebody and just make their day, because you just never know. You know, you could be the reason that someone doesn't take their life today. One could literally be telling themselves every time they look in the mirror that they're ugly and they're fat and they're stupid and they don't look good. And then you could be that person that is just like, hey, my goodness, you look so good today. And you just never know what that's going to do for someone else. We should all be doing that for each other. The world is already ugly enough, you guys. Like, don't be that person. Like, be that person that builds other people up, okay? The last very piece of advice that I have to get your life back on track is to clean up your heart. If you have friends that you've wronged, call them and apologize. If you have kids that you've done dirty, like, do better from this day forward. You can't go back and you can't change the past, but you can always do better from this day forward. And sometimes you just need to tell people that, like, look, I messed up and I'm sorry. Accountability goes a long way, you guys. I know with alcoholics, like, you get used to being a little sneaky and deceptive and all that good stuff, but if you're, like, really trying to make change and you really want to grow as a human being, like, just start being completely honest and brutally honest from this day forward and just do better. Like, that is literally all you can do. You know, maybe not every single relationship that you have is going to get fixed or get put back together. And sometimes you need to be the one to use discernment and step away from relationships. Like, if someone's constantly bringing you down or making you want to go, like, fall back into your addiction, then use discernment and step away from that person. Like, that's not being an ugly person. That's not being a good Christian, because you don't want to be someone's friend. You don't have to be ugly to them. You don't have to wish harm on them. You can still pray for them at night and still pray that their heart changes. But if you keep giving someone a chance over and over and over and they keep hurting you or doing you wrong, there's nothing wrong with using discernment and being like, okay, I don't want to be your friend anymore because you're not good for me. Like I said, you know, that whole Tupac saying, I don't want to see you starve, but I don't want you to eat at my table, as he said. If you're, like, constantly doing better and trying to show someone that you're changing and they're just, like, not gonna give you another chance or let you back in their lives, then step away and just pray over it. Like, God's gonna bring someone else into your life that's gonna fill that void in your heart. You can't complain about being lonely. You can't complain about being lonely or not having friends or being overweight or being upset with how chaotic your house is, or being upset that you're always late to work and you're always late to everything. Like, if there's something that you're unhappy with, like, take the effort to fix it, do things to change it, or don't complain about it. Because if you're just sitting there complaining about it, but you're not taking any action and doing anything to fix it, you're literally just bringing people down by complaining all the time. It's exhausting. It's hard to be friends with people like that. Like, seriously. I try to lift people up all the time and like build people up, but if you want change, you have to take action to have change. You can't just sit around and complain about it. You know, if you don't have a job, don't go cry to 10 friends and tell them, oh, woe's me and this stinks and I wish I had a job and I wish I could provide for my family. But if you're sitting at home not doing anything all day, every single day, like, why are you crying if you're not going out and actively applying to jobs and, you know, checking up on jobs every single day? And if you're unhappy with your body, change your diet and pick up a workout routine. Like, do something to make your life better. If you're not happy that you're late every day, maybe start getting up 30 minutes earlier every single day. Like, do things to fix it. And like I've told you guys many times, I'm not just preaching to the choir. Like, I struggle with things too. Your girl Jessica has a problem with being late to places, but it's something that I'm working on. Like, just constantly try to do better. That's life. You want to always grow. You don't want to be in the same place that you were 10 years ago. And if you are, that's sad. That's very, very sad. And I don't know what to say for you. But anyways, I'm going to end this video. Oh wait, last thing I want to say. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't change. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't do better. If you would have met Jessica 18 years ago, you wouldn't recognize me right now because I was a drug addict who lied and stole, and I was not trustworthy, and I would do things that I would never in a million years do right now because I've turned my whole life around. And you know, it took my family and friends like 5 years to forgive me and to see that I was going to stick with my change and I wasn't going to go back to the way I was. But yeah, I'm a completely different person now. It's called growth. It's a beautiful thing. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't do it. You can. You go get it. You do better. I am going to go. This video will be posted tomorrow. I'm going to go love on my honey and spend some time with him. But I hope that once again you all have a blessed night. I hope that you love on your babies and your honey. Don't forget to do one small nice thing for somebody tomorrow that is completely unexpected. Do something that was unexpected that you didn't ask for. And do something sweet for your kiddos too, okay? Little small acts of kindness every single day go a long way. I promise you. Have a good night. Bye.